I want to talk to you about Jesus.
And before you roll your eyes and switch off,
This is Jesus, the rebel, the revolutionary.
the one who flipped the tables and challenged the status quo.
Who hung out at parties and literally changed the world forever.
This is Jesus, whose very name to this day turns friends into enemies.
Is illegal in countries, is found on tattoos, t-shirts, and sidewalk graffiti.
This is the guy who knew suffering to death
Friendship to betrayal.
before he took his last breath.
This is Jesus, born in the backwater dumpster town,
Where nothing good was meant to be found.
whose life and legacy now beat the drum for justice and radical love.
For everyone, he is the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
There was no one before him, literally.
He was there at the start, forming and creating.
For every beating heart. This is the one whose very life laid down rises hope in each of us. He is the author of life.
To peace from strife, who stepped in deep within.
When my life was about to end.
So,
If it's okay with you,
Can I talk about Jesus?
At 16, I was in a forced coma for 2 weeks with broken ribs, punctured lungs, and a liver that doctors said would never function again. In a freak accident, I was crushed by a tractor. Not what I'd hoped for my senior year of high school, when you're faced with the fact that your body is finite and you're only minutes away from death. The reality of eternity is confronting. From the moment it happened, the odds were against me. Even if I survived, my liver was shot, and it seemed like I was out for the count. If you've ever been in a situation like that, completely powerless, helpless, and afraid, believing there is a God out there who is bigger than the pain, more loving than the fear, and who is present in those moments can feel like a lie. You see, faith is like standing at the top of a building, thinking you can fly. For those who have faith, you'll know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you feel like you're on top of the world. Your vision is clear and the view is amazing. Those skyscraper high-rise moments of answered prayer and connection make you feel like maybe you figured this faith thing out.
And for those of you who don't yet have faith or are on the journey to discovery, lean in. This is for you. People who profess to follow Jesus don't have it all together. We have questions and doubts too, because then there are times when our faith is tested. We feel completely alone and lost in the dark. The shadows of rejection, silence, and unanswered prayers feel stronger and too much to bear. It's like the words we speak and the songs we sing about Jesus, the revolutionary, radical, miraculous healer, and God of love don't match the reality we feel in our hearts. And
This is hard to accept, but let me encourage you. There is purpose in healing, and He is present in pain. You see, we're living in the tension of a world trapped in the in-between. From Eden to eternity, we're living in the now, where life and death go hand in hand, where no one is spared from broken relationships, broken hearts, and broken health that rips us apart. Not even Jesus. My life was not spared from the pain of the present. I felt my bones being crushed inside my body. Maybe you've felt heartache or pain like that too. But here's what I know, which has steadied the course. The life Jesus lived was not void from pain. The fears I have, He's also faced, and the tears I've cried, He's wept the same. You see, the day before Jesus was tortured and hung on the cross, with drips of blood rolling down His face and deep sorrow in His heart, in prayer, He even asked for another way. Jesus never said we'd live lives free from pain as we journey through the in-between. No, He actually promised the opposite, that in this world we would have trouble. But what He said next was the reason for the cross and all that He endured. Take heart, He said, I have overcome of the world.
Take heart, be strong and courageous, for I have overcome. I think the comfort of our world has set us up for great success, but not to understand suffering. To overcome means to successfully deal with or defeat something which in its core essence means hardship. It involves facing challenges and then emerging out the other side. And this often only comes through effort, persistence, and rising above fear. To overcome means to triumph, to have victory, but only through adversity. To embrace and wrestle through the tension of the in-between. So take heart, because the victory is won through the death and resurrection of Jesus, God's own Son. But how do we take heart in the lows and the highs of life if tension means we're pulled from pillar to post?
There's a funny word used in the Bible right when Jesus was born, and if you're not familiar with the Christmas story, there's no hype, just God's glory. It starts with a baby being born in a stable in the backwater town of Bethlehem. The angels shout, the shepherds rejoice, and enter baby Jesus, God in the flesh. And this is the word that is spoken, Emmanuel, which roughly translated means God with us. In that moment, a promise was made between the Creator and the created. Jesus will be near to us, and Jesus will be near to you.
To me, after 2 weeks in hospital, I woke from my coma. The months following my journey were slow, but through faithful prayer and agonizing practice, I was able to walk. With surgery still on the cards for my busted liver, I found myself in church, and in a moment of rock bottom prayer, I can only explain as a miracle. My physical body, my liver, was healed. I hesitate to say that part because sometimes we don't see our miracle, and it's hard. This side of eternity is not always fair, but what I've learned is how to stand in the tension, stretch and not be snapped. Even during those crushing moments, like a collision with a tractor, remember, you are in a season.
Summer,
Autumn,
Winter,
spring, each season has a beginning.
but it also has an end.
even winter has a purpose. When the road ahead is long,
Know that it's a season and the night is darkest before the dawn.
In every season of your life, Emmanuel is given.
Jesus is with you, so hang on to him this side of heaven.
there is a time to laugh,
A time to weep,
a time to mourn, and a time
to pray. With every season, choose him today.
Choose him today.
He was there at the start, forming and creating every beating heart.
Including yours.
So stand, kneel,
Surrender it all.
whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes,
Respond to the call.